Redfish Point, Florida, 1993. This extraordinary cylinder-shaped UFO was recorded just outside Gulf Breeze by UFO investigator Mike Hawkins. It hovers over the beach not too far from Eglin Air Force Base.
It was scaring me, actually. I'd never seen nothing like that before with any kind of structure on it. I thought maybe it might be a military craft, but after a while, I started to think that, possibly it was some kind of alien probe.
Mike Hawkins decided to spend his life chasing UFOs. Then they started chasing him. And so did someone else.
I'd be sleeping at night, 3 in the morning, and there's like 3 of these helicopters hovering over my house with no lights on. I think maybe I seen something I shouldn't have seen.
Plenty more stops to make in this strange universe. We meet a man who sees too much. He sees UFOs, and now he says someone's after him. Mike Hawkins likes to travel and he likes to take pictures. The problem is that he likes to take pictures of UFOs, and it's forcing him to travel even more than he'd like. For as long as he can remember, Mike Hawkins has wanted to chase UFOs. He admits it may be more of a compulsion than a dream, but he's followed it anyway, traveling the country with little more than a change of clothes and his trusty camcorder. But as soon as he hit the road, something really strange happened to Mike Hawkins. Before he could find any UFOs, he says they found him, and now they just won't leave him alone. And neither will those pesky black helicopters and men in black.
I think the helicopters were harassing me. Why else would they come right over my house and just hover and then take off?
Mike Hawkins traces it all back more than 20 years, to when he was a kid growing up in Texas.
But when I was about 7 years old, I saw a UFO with my parents, and my dad chased it in his car down the highway.
Years later, as an adult living in Seattle, the memories came flowing back when he saw a news report about UFOs on TV.
They were talking about Gulf Breeze, Florida, that you can see a UFO every day.
Mike Hawkins decided then and there to pack up and head to the UFO capital to try to see one for himself and to capture it on video. On the way to Gulf Breeze, he stopped off in Topeka, Kansas to see his dad. On his very first night there, it happened again. His dad saw something in the sky, just like he did back when he was 7.
Well, he came inside and said, "Hey, Mike, there's some stuff flying around outside. Get your camcorder." So I ran outside and started filming.
This is what Mike Hawkins and his father saw.
It was really wild stuff. I'd never seen nothing like that before.
But he'd see plenty more of the same as soon as he arrived in Florida.
When I got to Gulf Breeze, there were so many crowds of people that would get so excited over this stuff. It became a social event.
Mike Hawkins has hundreds of shots of what he claims are unidentified flying objects over Gulf Breeze. This one is his favorite. And that wasn't all he saw in Gulf Breeze.
I had people in black limousine-type vehicles stop in front of my house.
Then, other black vehicles began appearing over his home.
I'd be sleeping at night, 3 in the morning, and there's like 3 of these helicopters hovering over my house with no lights on.
Men in black, black helicopters, the Phantom, and some say sinister forces who are said to show up when UFOs are sighted. No one knows where they're from. Mike Hawkins says the mysterious visitors actually came right into his home while he was out.
I came inside, my door alarm was sounding, and I'm looking around, and here's all my videotapes. Some of them were out of their cases.
Mike Hawkins thinks he might have seen and captured too much.
I think it was just a harassment technique to get me to get out of UFOs, to totally get out of it.
The alleged harassment didn't get him out of UFOs, but it did get him out of Gulf Breeze. Mike Hawkins moved to Roswell, New Mexico, site of the alleged crash of an alien spaceship in 1947.
I came here to see the UFO museums.
And then it happened again. Just a week after the 50th anniversary of the Roswell incident and the government's official closing of the investigation of the case.
This is a UFO I filmed here in Roswell. I say UFO, I'm not saying it's alien. I'm saying it's unidentified. I don't know what it is.
Mike Hawkins says his footage isn't the best he's ever shot because for some unknown reason, his camera turned itself off.
My camcorder never done that before.
Mr. Hawkins showed his footage to other UFO enthusiasts and even took it to a UFO conference in Laughlin, Nevada, only to have some people accuse him of faking it.
I have no reason to fake anything. I just film what's there.
He plans to stay in Roswell for a while.
I'm running out of UFO hotspots,
But the odds are that when he does move, the UFOs will move with it.
What drives me is finding the answers, the true answers to what this stuff really is.
This UFO recorded over Gulf Breeze by a UFO investigator named Michael Hawkins, which has stunning similarities to what Walters had first photographed and videotaped in 1987, seems to have the same kind of otherworldly propulsion capabilities.
Check that out. That is killer. Thing is real. It can't be no balloon. It's no balloon, man. It's no balloon. That is real. That's a real thing, dude. That is the real thing. Shh. Where the hell did it go? Gone, man. Gone.
Hawkins was able to videotape the bizarre craft extremely close up and had it perfectly in frame just as it seems to vanish in the blink of an eye.
At the site, we meet Mike Hawkins, who shot the original video here in Gulf Breeze, Florida.
It was going out like behind the trees there.
And it was out over the bay?
Yeah.
How far out do you think it was over the water?
It's hard to tell. It could have been as big as a blimp for all I could tell. It's hard to tell at night like that, but it was definitely going behind the distant trees. It could have been some kind of secret military project from Megan Air Force Base, some kind of drone. Maybe there was no people inside of it. And I always tend to believe it's got to be military because your mind doesn't want to believe that it's aliens. Possibly the aliens have an agreement with the U.S. government that we're allowed to do whatever we want because there's nothing you can do about it. So we're going to have free reign over whatever we want to do, and you're going to like it. I have a hard time a lot of days even believing the alien agenda at all.
Mm-hmm.
But then other days I think, well, maybe it's plausible. I wish I would physically see an alien, then I would know.